Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Rune-keeper. And I want to finish up these quests. First of all, this third emissary. Now this third emissary has the annoying thing of being right in the middle of a camp that we scouted earlier. But of course, we didn't have this quest then. Annoying. What the yip, yeah! Dead ends. Moria. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Okay. The dwarves that designed this place, I'm wondering, okay, why they had mine when they built that dead end. Was it intended to be a residential neighborhood or something like that? I don't know what it is, but I can't see the reason for having that dead end there. I presume it led to something. Because you're not going to build a path that goes nowhere. You know. And well, we're going to run into a lot of these things, I think. Especially since I have to go back to that camp where we were escorting that guy earlier. Yeah, we have to go back in. Now, one of the things I got to do is maybe save final word for when they have more than one, because apparently they can take off up to 3 of them. So if there's someone who piles on the corruptions, then it's probably best to save it when he has 2 or 3 on him at the same time. Ooh. Well, that was a clear shot. Okay, there's the emissary. Now, of course, we do have Mr. Bat Handler there also. So we are going to have to worry about that. As I was afraid, we are going to have to deal with bats. But not for too long. Alright, now let's take care of it. Now that I've taken care of the goblin and the bat. Oh, I haven't taken care of the... Uh-oh. That's not good. I want the goblin! The goblin! The goblin! Kill the goblin! Kill the goblin! Don't whip out! Sheesh. New deed! Armor of exaltation! Ah! Ah! New deed! No! Oh boy. Not another new class deed. The skill I never use. Ugh. Well, at least I should have more reason for using that skill. Alright, let me turn in all these quests. And then I guess it's to the bat cave. So I don't think I'm going to get any bat poles in order to take me there. Alright, let's see. Alright, those guys are out. See if I could weave around these folk. And find our way back here. Actually, maybe a good time to mount up. It's not like I'm on the weak goat on this character. I actually went to the trouble of getting a decent mount for Moria, so I might as well take advantage of it. Alright, here we go. Oh. Oh, the other skirmishes are available as soon as, of course, I unlock them. But that's part of the epic.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
So, that's the end of the emissaries of the White Hand, and good riddance. Our only hope against these odds is to keep the goblins disorganized and to encourage them to prey upon each other as much as they prey upon us. The last thing we need is to go down here is for a strong leader to emerge and unite them against us. Yes, we wouldn't want to have a powerful leader like Azog coming around. Okay, I guess I don't... Yeah, well, we'll learn more about Azog later. I guess they haven't officially told us about him yet. But we will run into him later.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
You have retrieved the letters of the fallen. My thanks to you, Pinestone. The messages contained herein will be a sorrowful but much needed close for the grieving of the families. I will see that they are made the way safely to Durin's threshold. Let's see. Well, I think... Well, it's hard to tell. Let's see, we have critical rating, tactical mastery rating is very nice. I'll just keep the one I currently have, probably. That just leaves... We need to go to... Thunkok-Bozen. And we still have this thing with the... Where is it? Moria, Durin's Way, Scraps of Shadow, which we still have to do. And now, of course, with the quest guide, we can see exactly where the Bat Cave is. What I want to do is I'm going to go to the Stable Master here, so that's where the next quest is. And I'll use that as my point, and I'll go there. Now, unfortunately, this Stable Master that we're heading for does not connect to the place we're just coming from. Because, as I said before, he has only one location. That's a location that is nowhere near where... It's a very strange route on the matter. They really should have added, I think, a couple of more points to there. Because you have a couple of overlapping ones. They go practically right over each other, but they don't have stops there. And that's not entirely logical in my matter. Alright, let's go up here. Up here. We are probably going to eventually run to a Marvel or a Goblin that will try to stop us. Ah, here we go. And to the dwarves here. Now this one connects to
These halls will be
only the 21st hall. Really? There are at least two stable points that are closer to this one than the 21st hall. We've got one right here at Jargon, which is the only one that Zigargil connects to. These two connect to each other. This one connects to the 21st hall. This connects to the 21st, but these two do not connect to each other. Why? Alright. So much for the daily rant. Well, we do have a few quests here. No milestone here. Fortunately, if I go to the 21st hall, I will be able to... And I do have a milestone at 21st hall, so I have a quick way of getting here. Alright, first of all, I've killed some goblins.
The House of Durin will live forever.
It's good to see you, Pinestone. I am glad to hear that the goblins have paid for what has transpired at LOTRO. When I think back to that day, I can still feel the heat of the fire all around me. Well, your deeds have given me hope. Perhaps one day I will rebuild a new outpost at LOTRO, and I will make it known that it was only possible thanks to your bravery. What are you going to do? Build it out of pine logs?
Welcome to Khazad-dûm. Stay and speak with me a moment.
Yes, the beauty of the gardens never ceases to amaze me. Many of the crystals that grow naturally here at Thakabazan and used throughout the Khazad-dûm as a source of light. In some locations, the Maravel have been destroying the crystals we have placed in order to extinguish any visible light. Many of our corridors and halls have become darker than the blackest night. We must collect more crystals to replace the ones that they have been destroying. Search Tharka-Bazan for naturally formed crystals, and I will make sure that they are put to good use. I wonder what's in them that's causing them to glow. This isn't from any... They don't have any radioactive isotopes in there or anything like that. You know, a couple of radioisotopes here and there can really give off a nice light. Probably leave you glowing also, but that's an entirely different matter. Hello there, Book.
We have little time to speak. Great events have been set in motion.
Yes, when I was when I was merely a lad, my grandfather taught me about a certain plant that had nourishing properties. He called the plant mudroot, as it only grew near the edges of fresh water. By boiling the roots of the plant, he could extract the oils within and create a brew that was hearty enough to rouse a sleeping dragon. Well, that is what he claimed. I doubt he ever saw a dragon. Nevertheless, the brew was strong and could be put to use in helping the sick and wounded to recover more quickly. I have not seen such a plant in some time, but I am hopeful it may be growing around the Thakabazan, and that as there are many pools and streams of fresh water to be found. If you came across any healthy roots growing near the water, please return them to me so I can examine them. Alright, so get some roots.
Abide here a moment and speak with me.
Now this campfire here, that is a hunter campfire. So if I were a hunter, then I could make this one of my posts. Pinestone, I fear there is trouble brewing. Armfin has left several days ago heading east towards whatever. He said he was going out to search the nearby chambers to learn anything he might about Mazog and the orc. So this is sort of the strange thing on whether or not they know about Mazog. And that's one of the conflicts we have with the epic storyline. In fact, with this last place I was, he said that another strong leader coming in uniting them. Well, Mazog is as strong a leader as you can have in Moria. So do they know about Mazog or do they not know about Mazog? He has yet to return, and I fear that for his safety. Would you look for him? He has last been seen heading towards some of the orc-infested areas to the east. I fear something may have happened to him, and that could lead the orcs back here. So let us go and take care of that little matter. The terror that was Azog. And so let us head out this way. Well, oh, okay. See, I'm going in the complete direction. Wrong direction, right? Oh, no, he is that way. Okay. For a moment there, I thought that my memory failed. Oh, what's the real reason I came here, though, is this thing. The statue arm. Alright, so now I've got this, and I need to take this to back to where I was going, and back to the quest hub. And fortunately, it's the quest hub I just came from, so therefore I won't have any trouble getting there. I won't be able to go into the peaceful path yet, since that's part of the epic storyline. One of those places where probably only exists because of phasing and all that stuff. I don't think I can go in there until after a certain spot. Probably the Drowned Treasury, which is one of the later quests I have at the end of Book 4, I believe. Alright, now let me take care of this thug. And now this is the dwarf I'm looking for here. Anyway, I'll be finding pieces of the statue all over the place. So that was just the first one. I know where there are a couple of them at. I don't know if I've ever found every single one. If there's a meta quest that says, congratulations, you found them all. If it is, it could be a... It must be a hidden deed, if there is such a deed, because I don't recall ever seeing it, and it's... all these thugs. So I gotta get through 4 thugs in order to rescue this guy. And, oh, it's just so sweet that that heals now. Ew, sweet. No corruptions. No inductions. And really boring. I mean, how am I ever going to use final word if they don't use corruption? I know. I know some people like to just spam those things and use them even when they're useless to use just to finish the deed, but I prefer at least to have some excuse for using it.
The House of Durin will live forever.
Thank you for your help, friend. I was doing all I could to give us an advantage against the orcs when I was set upon. The orcs kept me trapped back here, taunting me with tales of Azog of the days of old, when the orcs slew the dwarves in scores. I shudder to recall those days. Please go back to Thakabazan and let Book know that I am unharmed, but will not yet be returning. The information we need may be found out here somewhere. Alright. So back to talking about Azog, who was, of course, someone who really tormented the dwarves long ago. It was a long story about them that all of that's about. But in fact, he was the reason why the Longbeards once came and attempted, or at least started, an entirely big long war against the orcs outside of Mori and all that stuff. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. Let's see.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
I found it. We killed some orcs and he's still going around. So I'm finna say that lightens my heart, Pine Stone. He is a brave adventurer like you, but I worried he has taken an arrow to his back. I do not approve of him staying out there, but his decision, not mine. He is a reasonable dwarf. All right.
Stand and speak with me. The fate of Khazad-dûm hangs in the balance.
When I was young, my father told me of tales of the early days of... Oh, actually, I will save that for another time.
The orcs of Moria have much to account for.
Thank you for your assistance, Pinestone. It would have been a pity if this piece had remained in the hands of the enemy. I will send this over to Uxie right away for the devotion of the statue of... For his devotion of the statue of Helgi. Goblin's Bane is legendary already. Alright then. Now we will talk about this little quest, but that'll be for the next episode of Pineleaf Plays the Rune-keeper.